G'day guys, welcome back to On Point Adventures. We have been absent for over 2 weeks, and in this episode we're going to show you exactly why, and it's pretty exciting. See, my other job is pest control, okay? Now when I talk about pest control, we're doing everything from spiders to vertebrae management. Now the vertebrae management side is why we've been absent, and we have bought a brand new toy for it. Now before I get right into this episode, I need to ask you a question as the viewer. Would you like to see some of the fox hunting and vertebrae management style of my life? If you would, yes or no, straight down in the comments. That's what I need from you, yes or no. And what that means is I will dive right into it if it's a yes, and we can get into showing you what we do behind the scenes, but of course some pretty cool hunting gear and reviews on it as well, not just fishing. But anyway, let's stop talking about random stuff and let's get into why we've been so busy. Now I'm going to take you off the stand here and I'm going to switch you around to this here. This here is the new toy, which is the Kawasaki Teryx LE, which is an 800cc side-by-side buggy. This is what we've been doing. So we've been out looking for our new project buggy for Sunset Rural to go chase foxes and vertebrae and all that, which with something that's a little more nimble than of course, the Triton. This is what we've come up with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch the camera around so you're not looking at me and you're looking at this, and I'm going to run you through why we bought this and why we think this could be a pretty cool build. And as I said, please comment down below, yes or no, do you want to see some of the behind the scenes vertebrae management of our life? Anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so this is the Teryx 800 V-twin that we are going to turn into a shooting rig. Now, not only is it going to do shooting, we've got plenty of space in the back here to hold all our trapping equipment and so forth that we're going to need whilst we're out in the middle of the bush. And there's plenty of room in here, which I'm going to show you shortly, to carry all our essentials to ensure we've got water, food, and everything we possibly need. Now, why did we choose this buggy? Well, we were looking for a buggy for a long time, but nothing was coming up that was, I guess, good enough value to tempt me into a project. But then this one here came up from a very good friend of mine's father and father-in-law, married couple, so father and father-in-law, and they didn't want bugger all for this, okay, which is why it pushed me across the line. Now, it does have its pros and cons. I mean, it lived its life on the coast, so you'll see, like here, you know, there's a bit of surface rust, but we are putting this buggy into the spray painters in the next week to get completely sandblasted back and Raptor coated, so that's going to be pretty cool. Now the 800 on the Teryx is going to mean that we can get to places quick if we need to, but it's also, because it's the V-twin, so it's a twin cylinder, it means that it hasn't got that real lumpy single cylinder idle, which it doesn't work when you're out in the field. So it's slightly quieter, but as I said, it's got that super poke. Now let's start from the front on what it's looking like at the moment. So at the front here, we can see we've got absolutely no winch, which we've got an automatic winch to go in the front there, and we've got these rod holders which are going to be coming off. But apart from that, it's a pretty standard front end. We can see the windscreen's missing, which we have got over here. And then of course, we've got the driver's side door there, which we need to fit back on with some new brackets. We're going to come around this way. So we've got the standard LED lights on there, which are going to be getting red film put around them, and that is going to be so when we're out at night, it's a more acceptable light, I guess, for the vertebrae, and it's not going to spook them so easy. And I mean, we're only going to use them while we're tracking. We're going to turn them off, of course, as soon as we spot something. Now, I have jumped ahead to the gun a bit, and as you can see on the top there, we've already got the remote handle. Now that is a power beam remote handle. And in the next episode, we're going to be showing you how we're mounting our thermal and our spotlight on top there. So if you want to know how to mount thermals really easily, then that next episode will be the one for you. Let's go to the cockpit, because this is what I like. So we can open the door here. Alrighty, how good's that? And as you can see in here, we've got 2 individual seats rather than the one bench seat, which is brilliant for what we want to do. We're going to mount up here, we're going to mount some rifle holders. So the rifles will be able to sit down in between the 2 seats there. and not jiggle around the buggy and do what they need to do. And I'm hoping that this little spot down here is going to be perfect for the barrels to sit in. One thing I loved about this, which a lot of buggies don't have, is we've got cup holders. Now that's going to be absolutely perfect for our late night out where we need cups. Now we'll just crank it on here. This is what I liked about the buggy, is we hit it a start there, and as you can see, the hours on this thing here at 4:41 is exceptionally low. The two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive and lock is just a simple switch there, and the lights are over the other side ready to go. Now this does have as well EPS, so electronic power steering, which makes life super easy. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, diff lockers and low-range gearbox in it, which runs off a CVT style box, so it's pretty good like that. But to be able to have your individual footwells here for the driver and passenger with a really generous glove box here, as well as an FMJ handle. I'll let you work that out, but it's F me Jesus is what I call it, for the passenger, so they can hold on as well, is really valuable. As you can see up here, all these brackets here are getting replaced because they're a bit crusty. And there's the power beam handle mounted onto the roof. Are we going to have to put a bit of stiffening in that roof? I'm not sure yet, but we'll find out. But yeah, that power beam handle is going to be what we have the spotlight as well as the thermal mounted to. And then we have got a iPad holder coming for here to hold the iPad, so we have our thermal on display to see. Now that's all going to be in future episodes where we're doing the fit out. This is just an introduction to the buggy. But let me show you some cool stuff about the Teryx. Now, of course, here, this tray here does tilt backwards and forwards like a standard buggy, but these here, right, where you would have thought, oh, why is there a big gap in between here? Is it for a second seat? No, check this out. Look at that. That opens up to a massive bin. Now, these bins here, I reckon at an estimate are over 100 litres each. We've got one there and we've got one over this side. Now, the cool thing about this one is this one's got a bung. So we can just stack it with ice in summer and load all the drinks in there. We've got a center tray here, which I was hoping the bluetti would fit on really well, but it doesn't. So we're going to look for a smaller power bank to put in the center here, something that will just power the charges for the batteries and so forth. And then with the cigarette lighter, I'll probably just have a cigarette lighter running up to the power beam on the roof, the spotlight. It's only a 7-inch halogen, so it doesn't draw a great deal, but it'll be perfect for that. We come round to the tray here, as I said, or we can see that we've already been using this around the farm, but it's quite a generous sized tray here. So this is going to fit all our trapping gear and everything else we need for the daily tasks that we perform. And then, of course, as you can see down there, coastal cancer, I call it, and that's why we're going to get it all powder coated, so we'll get all this fixed up. But in the tow ball here, we are going to be taking that tow ball out. We're going to have a rack coming from the tow ball up to about here, which will have the hangers across the top of it with all the Rio, and that's where we're going to, of course, use to cart the animals that we have, or the vertebrae that we have eradicated, and take them to the new spots of rest, which will be wherever the farmer delegates it, I guess. So, I mean, all in all, I mean, this buggy, what makes it different to a normal side-by-side is it doesn't have indicators. It doesn't have any of that stuff. So we can't road register this on a farm license, but we can certainly run it along the farms really nice and easily. It just goes up on the back of the trailer, and then, of course, we put that on the back of the Triton, which is our main primary car. But I think this here as a whole is going to be a super solid foundation for what we're hoping to achieve, especially once we get the smaller bluetti in there, or the smaller power bank. That's going to be absolutely sensational. The other thing I did like was just down here on the side of the console, we can see that we have a cigarette lighter port, okay, which is going to be really handy. And then, of course, we've got another one there as well. So all in all, I think, yeah, this buggy is going to be an absolute winner. But there's an introduction as to why we've been a bit quiet, because we've been starting to sort this out over the last couple of weeks, and certainly getting right involved in getting this part of our business a little more, I guess, developed. So yeah, As I said at the start of the video, guys, if you want to see more of this style content, you've just got to let me know. And with a simple yes or no down in the comments. And if you want to see more of the vertebrae management side of our lives, other than the fishing, we can certainly make that happen. So let me know what you want to see, and we'll catch you in the next episode. See you later.